222, hello, I think we're live. Just gonna check on the old phone, give me a sec. You can listen to this ridiculously loud music. Just seeing if we're live. This is really interesting for everybody. Are we live? Are we live? That's the question. Are we live? Yes, we are, I think. Yes, we are. Great. So let's switch this on. Okay, hello. Yeah, not that anyone's watching. So I'm still on the Deluge, and as the title says, tearing it down. So I've been trying to do this Grey Hat remix of Muse Cryogen. And I spent the weekend getting to grips with this little thing, the old Deluge. And I do have to say the sequencer on it is incredible. I know I should just actually use Ableton, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to create a particular sound. So full disclosure, I tried to do a remix at the weekend using the Deluge. Was fighting with learning how to use it. Probably have a little bit of that fight tonight. But I'm going to try and do a new arrangement. So I have sorted everything out. So let's just try showing you where I'm up to. So I've got loads of different parts. Probably just best going through those. So I have actually sequenced a load of different parts. So I've got a selection of drums. And I've programmed some drum patterns. So let's have a listen to them. Okay, this is obviously very different from what you just heard. Got that one there. Let's go back out. Hats. A little bit of an intro there. And then nice and nasty. And then another one here. Half time. You get the idea. Anyway, I've programmed some basses, got some nasty guitars. Somewhere around here, I've got the Cryogen vocals. We'll leave the drums on, so. And this is the main hook. No, that's my guitars. Here's the main hook. So, main hook is here. So, I'll just play the arrangement that I've got. I'm going to ignore most of the intro because it's a bit long. So, we'll just give a couple of bars of the intro and I'll try and talk through as I'm doing it. One thing I should say is you notice on the left-hand side of the screen over there, there's a readout from the Deluge. Now, I didn't know you could do this, so I've got this running on my laptop next to me because this little OLED screen is a bit hard to show people on a YouTube stream. And I didn't think the Deluge would do this because it's got no networking or anything. And in one of my last videos, some very nice person commented, thank you, I should know your name, but I haven't got it in front of me, that there was a way of doing this, sent me to their GitHub, and here it is. I had to update the firmware to do that, so I'm actually on, if I just go into the settings, I'm actually on, not that one, let's back out. I'm actually on firmware version there, 1.3. It seemed stable enough for me so far. But this enabled this beautiful little readout, so thank you for that. Anyway, so let's just come back out of this, and let's have a look at the arrangement. Now, I tried playing with the Ableton clip mode, which looks... can I remember how to do it? No. There's going to be a lot of this. I think it's... Hold that down and turn it. Yeah, Ableton clip mode, so it's like a clip launcher view. Not right for me. I really just want to program it in like a piano roll arrangement kind of a way. And I know I should probably just be using Ableton, but that's not the point. So I've actually been using this mode, which is the arranger view, as you can see there. Now, if I remember how this stuff works, yeah, so if I hit each one, you see which instrument's on each track. So I've got a warm bass. Let's go up to the top. Is that the top? Yep. So I've got a warm bass there. Got my drum kit there. Other room kit 2, which is a kit that I've made. Cryogen Vox. And some nasty noises, else what's the point? And I've got a dirty synthy bass there. I'm just going to make sure I've loaded the correct song. So I'm just going to hit load, and you can see I have gone through a few different versions of this, but let's just go the latest one. And maybe I'll change my mind, maybe we won't decide to get rid of it all. So let's just have a listen. I'll probably talk over the top of it. It's going to be very loud, this. We'll go back a little bit. So I did start off with this. I don't know why I started off with this 4 to the floor thing. I think I was just getting used to how to use it. So that's probably the first thing that's going to go. Okay, really kicks in now. Yeah! I do quite like that. So that's my main riff there. Probably needs developing more. Now we dropped into half time here. We'll scroll along so we can see it playing. Yeah, I quite like that actually. Some super cheesy 80s guitar there, that's me. Playing through this of all things. Yeah. Sampled it's the Muse. Oh, I do quite like that, I do. That's a return to the other one. Now, I don't know if I just got sick of listening to it, but weirdly, after playing this, after not listening to it for a couple of days, I quite like it. Which makes me question, do we chuck baby out with bathwater and start again? Anyway, that's kind of where I got up to with my arrangement. So, as far as I know, the Deluge, or the Deluge, the sequence can go on for as long as you like. But what I might do is, maybe we'll get rid of all these clips, and maybe let's just try and rework the opening. That's what we're going to do. Because if I go right back to the beginning, this opening I've got, again, you can tell I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with this. So I've kind of got a 32 bar intro, which is probably too much, that builds and builds. So this shows you can see it on the screen, brilliant, what bar I'm starting from. So I think I'm going to just try listening to it from bar 9. I think that'll give me a 16 bar intro, which is probably enough. Eight bars there. Wow, I think I had more than that. Okay, so we're actually going to start from bar 17. Let's just have a listen there. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this is 16. Right, that's more than enough. So, I'm just going to get rid of everything before bar 17. So, let's get rid of all this. So, all I'm doing is switching off clips. So, I'm in the arrangement view at the moment, and each one of these is a clip. We'll go into that in more detail in a bit. So, is that right? Is that where I'm at? Where am I? Bar 17. Yeah, so that's right. So, each one of these is 2 bars at the moment. So, I'm going to see. So, I've got my warm bass there. I've got my drum kit there, and I've got my vocals there. So, what I think I'm going to do is, I'm going to switch off the vocals for now. Okay. I'm going to switch off my drums, I think. Yeah, let's switch those off, apart from this drum fill here. Now, if I hold one of these, it should tell me what clip it is. See that at the bottom? It says fill 1. So, that's a clip playing that fill. Yeah? And then if I have a look here, I've got bass loop 1. The bright lights show you where a clip is triggered, and then each one of these dummy ones is like a loop. And that's important for a reason I will show later. So, let's just listen to the bass. And what's that clip called? Bass loop 1. So, if I hold this down, I can now go between what other clips I've got. Now, I've worked on these beforehand, so I've got loop 1, and that's all I've got. So that's bass loop 1. Yeah. So now you see that's just playing for those 8 bars, so it must be an 8-bar loop. Yeah. If I want that to continue up to there, I can just click and hold it. So now that loop will go for the whole lot. Ah, I've got the wrong thing in there. Ah, so you can see I've got 2 clips there. One called loop 1 and one 001. This is bad renaming from me. Let me just work out. So I think 001 is just that single note. Let me just have a listen. Which it is. And then this loop 00, this loop 1 is what I've got for later on, which is like a progression. Yeah, so there's a progression there. So we just want bass loop 1. So I'm going to change the name of this. So if I remember correctly, if I go into the clip, so now into that clip, now, it's not showing exactly what you want to see there, but if I scroll up and down, you're there. This will give you a better idea. And then I've got the badoop. And if I zoom in, so let's move into 16th notes. So now you should get a really good idea of what's going on. And I'll scroll along with it so you can see. Yeah, so that's that loop. So that's actually really my progression. So instead of calling it bass loop 1, I think I'm going to call it bass progression 1. Now, if I remember rightly, I can press shift, and you can't really see this, but all of these buttons are named. So if I go shift and name, there we go. It says bass loop 1, and I get this little QWERTY keyboard. So I'm just going to call this bass, and let's say progression. Delete that. Progression 001. Now let's just call it 1. There's a reason for calling it 1. I come from a computer world, so everything's 00, so it lists correctly. On the Deluge, you don't need the 00. So if I just do that, that's now saved as bass progression 1. So I'm going to go back into the song mode, and this is the arrangement view of the song mode. If I hit song again, I go into the main song mode, but this is the arrangement view. So we'll see that now is bass progression. I actually want bass loop. And for argument's sake, let's just change that to a number 1 because this is something I learned. So go into name, go across here, delete that, and I'll just call that number 1. Yep, let's save that. So I've saved that. Okay, cool. Right, let's get into writing the song. So I'm just going to loop that all the way through here. Okay, so I probably want some sort of percussion over that. So I'm going to go back into the other mode. We're going to leave this arrangement correct. So now I'm just going to work out where each one of these are. So this is me just listening. So these are basically all the clips that I've got. So that bass clip is, let's just go back to song. That bass clip, that's the progression there. And that's the loop. Oh, I've got a second loop. Let's have a listen to what loop 2 is. Okay, let's have a listen to that. Ah, that's a dirty bass sound. So that's a different sound. So let's just go and listen to loop 1. I'm soloing it here. Okay, so now I'm looking for some drums to go with that. So these are all the drum clips that I've got here, that I've written. So let's just have a listen to these. So that's that more techno-y thing. And I can see what these are called. Intro 1 and 2. What's this one called? Intro 4. Intro 3. Which I think are all going to be this 4 to the floor. Yeah. So I'm going to ignore all these for now. And I'm going to come and maybe do a derivative of what's more the kind of feel of this remix. And then I've got this one. And then half times. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this clip because essentially I just want to come in and bring some hi-hats in at the beginning. I'm going to keep this simple. So hold that. And then if I press the row below, it'll be difficult for you to see, but that's now actually duplicated the clip. So now you see this is drum loop 2. That was drum loop 002. Oh, this is where I'm getting confused. Drum loop 1. So let's just go and have a listen to that. So that is the same as that one. Yep. So now I'm just going to go in to this clip. And I'm going to just rename this. I'm going to name this, back out. So if you're on a drum kit and you go to name and you haven't got effect entire pressed, it names the individual sounds. So basically I'll be renaming these sounds that are coming up here. I just actually want to rename the clip. So hit select all, hit effect entire, go at the name. I'm going to call this, let's call this drum. Let's call it upbeat intro, shall we? UB intro. And then 1. I'll put intro. Let's make that right. I normally wouldn't bother, but intro 1. Okay. Save that. So this is a new clip. And what we've got is a crash cymbal there, hi-hats, an open hi-hat, another hi-hat, and some bass drums. Bass drum there. Okay, cool. So I could just simply mute the bass. So I'm gonna mute that crash cymbal because it doesn't feel like I need that. So, and I'm just gonna try. The other one. I quite like that. Now, those observant amongst you, something I didn't know existed anywhere else. I've not seen it anywhere else, but this is one, I don't know if this is a Deluge specific thing. But this little offbeat hi-hat here, so this is a 1 bar loop, yeah? It's just going down, you can see the lights going down 1 bar loop. But that open hi-hat there, I've just messed that up. But anyway, that open hi-hat there wasn't playing every loop. So, and now it will because I've just put it in. So let's just do it this way around. So now at the moment, 1 bar loop, you see that's playing all the time, which is a bit boring. So I can actually create a variation of this within the 1 bar. So if I hold that step there, and then I turn the main select knob to the right, you see this thing called iterants. And this is like when you want it to play. So you see that 1 of 2, 2 of 2, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. So I want this to play on the 4th time round of 4 bars. So essentially I'm creating a 4-bar loop, or I'm creating a sequence which goes, play this this loop 4 times, but only play this note here on the 4th time. So if I play this now, that'll only play the 4th time round. Now, turns out I don't want it on, so I'm switching it off anyway. But we can probably make this hi-hat pattern a little bit more interesting by maybe putting a couple of other notes in. So I'm just going to have a play with that. Okay, so now each one of these, I'm going to make this one play on the 2nd time round, 2 of 2. I'm going to make this one play on the 4th time round, so 4 of 4. So let's have a listen to that. And I might actually also have a bass drum just to give it a little bit of something actually, because it's a bit lost there. So that's my bass drum. But it's a little bit too bright, so I'm going to take it underwater. So by taking the low pass filter. So if I come to this button here, cut off. If I press cut off, you can see if I hold it, tells you what it does. So that's on a low pass filter. If I click in this knob, it changes that to a high pass and to EQ. So let's just do a low pass and let's just turn it down and see where we go. Now, what I've noticed is I had effects entire on, so that's affecting all the clips in here. If I take effects entire off, it should just affect the bass drum. Quite like that. So now I'm going to just switch to the hi-hat here, and I'm going to do the opposite, take a bit of the bottom end off the hi-hat, so high pass filter. Okay, quite like that. Right, so I'm going to come out of this clip, go back into song, so I'm going to hit it again to go into my arrangement. So I've got my drums here, so if I hold this down, it says which one I'm picking. So I think that was drum loop, I can't actually remember what it was now. We'll soon find out. So drum, I called it upbeat, yeah, intro 1, there you go, drum beat on intro 1. So that's the clip that I'm playing. And bear in mind, it's just 1 bar. Now, if I program this every bar, it wouldn't do that iterations thing. So if I do that and hold it there, now it should iterate. So I've managed to do the drum fill. So let me just change this to that upbeat intro. There it is. I'll do it up to there. Quite like that. Okay, it needs to do something after those first 4 bars. Okay, so I'm just going to do another clip now. So I'm going to just change that. I'm going to maybe just bring a half time. So I might just duplicate that half time clip that we have. and put that in there. I'm just going to try the halftime clip that we've already got. So if I just find this drum, just looking for my halftime. Let's try halftime 1, halftime 2, see what that is. And now this will play, by the way, from wherever I am. So if I just come up now to bar 25, because we've got these spare bars at the beginning. So, I mean, I do quite like that. I mean, it's not bad. Just listen to those together. I'm thinking that bass is a little bit loud as well, actually, so I might take down the level of that a little bit. Crash might be a bit much, but it can stay. It can stay, so let's just go from there. So you notice there's a drum fill there. So that is fill 1, as you can see. Now to go into that clip, I'm going to have to actually zoom in a little bit. So there we can see that bar. So this is 1 bar now. So if I go into that clip, it's just another clip called fill. And now I've noticed the bass comes in. The bass is actually running all over it, which kind of stops the drums shining there. So I'm just going to zoom back out, and I'm just going to get rid of that bass on that drum fill. So this is going to show it there. So let's roll back. So I actually just want to lose that there. So now this will just play the first part of me, the first, I think it's a bar. Yeah, just the first bar of a bass loop and leave a gap for those drums to shine a little bit there. So. I can hear those people who are on doors just going, what are you doing, man? This is so much quicker in Ableton, and you'd be right. Not as much fun though. Okay, I love that. Now we get the first vocal just on that with a Cryogen. So I know I've got a little clip somewhere that kind of goes boing. So I might just bring that in on the 4th bar of the intro. Yeah, 2, 3, on the 5th, on that 5th bar there. So if I put that in now, you see this I've lost control, that's the wrong clip. So, oh, maybe it is that clip. No, it's not RRR, it's not Cryogen. I wonder what that is. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. So let's just try. Not that one. That's what I want. Cryptic naming there. And you can hear it does go ah. If you want to have a look at that clip there. I can show you something else here. I think now the community firmware on this has got loads of stuff, and I'm not sure if this is a Deluge sort of original thing or this is part of the firmware. But he says confidently, if I do shift and clip, it'll show me. So if I do it again, is these bits that are slightly whiter than the rest of them, these are parameters that I can automate. And then if I just go clip again, shift and clip. So I think I've automated something here. I'm just going to try and find out where I've automated it. I'm seeing something flashing there. It's telling me it's interpolation that's automated, but I don't think it is. Is it my master volume? No. But this is a good way of showing it. So I'll just go back to the clip. Okay. So if I wanted to, whatever reason, to automate the master volume, it's as simple as this. So shift, this actually says master, this button. And then this is like a graphic example of what the automation would be. So if I bring this down, this will start. Here, I'll just play it. So that is actually the automation on that bass. You can hear it getting quieter and quieter. So what I might actually do is just automate the intro and then keep it all at the same level. So, but I'm not going to do that. Let's get rid of the automation. So as far as I remember, I think it's shift and this gets rid of the automation. We'll soon find out. There we go, automation gone. And then it's just a level. Okay, we're going to go back into this now. Okay, so we don't want Yeah, we want that one. I'm just going to save this as a new song, just for the sake of it. So I can just click song and... No, it's the way around. I can click save and song. No, song and save. And it's going to create a new number. You see that saying Muse Remix 9. So let's just save that. So that's saved as Remix 9 now. So if I was going to load where I was before. So, you know, we started on Remix 8. There it is. And now we're on Remix 9. So there we go. So go back into our arrangement view. Okay, right back to the beginning. I think I want that at the beginning. Yeah. Kind of announces it. Not sure I'm going to stick with it, but... And then we'll put it in again here. Yeah. I'm going to put it in once more here now. Yep. So even though we're on the same track there, that's just playing a different vocal clip. So that's the one that says Cryogen. Obviously, I've condensed the wording there. You can come up with your own one, but that works for me. So. It's going to be a lot of this, just repeating the same stuff. Okay, so I've managed to do 8 bars. Whoop-de-doo, 16 bars even. So let's go and work on the next sequence now. So what have I got laid out here? So I've got my main bass, which is still doing the bit. There is a way of soloing these. So you know what? I'm just going to find out what that is. Give me a second. Deluge synth. Just searching on my phone. Deluge synth solo track arrangement view. I know there's a way of doing it. I just can't remember what it is. That is the problem with this. It's muscle memory. Arrangement view. How do you know? I don't want that. I was going to try one more. The song, zoom and scroll, auditioning, press and hold any clip to auditioning the track, recording a live solo, no I don't want that, copying and duplicating, I don't want that, advanced triggers, recording solo, Deluge Synth Soloing maybe is what I need to search for. Soloing a track. Hold down the shift button and tap the third or fourth, which controls the levels. You can also use the far right 2 vertical columns on the main grid, which function as track mute solo selectors. They don't. Oh, okay, I can mute them. Oh, okay. Found it out. Brilliant, right. Okay, to solo is shift, that left right button, and the track. Right. So, brilliant. Right, so we're going on to this next section now. So let's go up to there. So we're starting at bar 30. I'm going to have the little drum fill because it helps me. So, what we've got here, so let's solo some stuff. So we've obviously got the drums here. No, the bass, sorry. Which is just our same bass loop as before, no different. Then on this track, we've got drums. Then here we've got just Cryogen, like fading off. And then this track we've got nothing. What's on this? I think this is a nastier bass. No, these are my guitars. Now, I actually sampled these on the Move, but I chopped them up on here. I've done another video about how you chop up samples on here. And I really like the way it does it. But if I just go into this track so you can see what I've got. So, at the moment, is it just 2 I've got on here? So I've only got 2 samples on here. Panned them left, right. Going back to my old rock days, just to give myself a fuller guitar, so. So if I play that. Now I feel like that needs something like a bam bam up at the top. We'll come back and do that in a minute. So let's go back into the song. Let's see what else we've got. So I reckon my nasty bass is down here. So let's have a listen. Obviously bar intro. Now this, as far as I remember, is a preset on the Deluge that I haven't really done much with. So this is just a preset synth, I think. Yeah. But it sounds dirty enough for me. Yeah, okay, so let's unsolo that. And let's just have a listen to that section. So, here we go. So. Okay, I feel, you know, I was going to want that. I'm going to use that iterations thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into this clip. Yeah, we're going to go into this guitar clip and we're going to add ourselves a. I'll have to find a sample first. So, tip if you're ever doing it. Now, when you go to browse for a sample, it always goes to the last sample you had loaded when you went into the browser. So those are from 2 separate. So I've got OT Guitar Session 2, 12, 1. So if you want it to just go back to the same sample, if you just select this and say I was going to change this sample, if you go to browse, oh, look at that, we've had a crash. This happens. Press the select knob to attempt to save. You can't see that because it stopped updating my screen. So yeah, this is crashed, which is really annoying. So I'm going to have to switch it off. And now, I don't know if this is the Deluge, the new firmware. It could well be. Now, when did I last save? This is another downside compared to the Move. It doesn't automatically save what you've done or crash recover. So we're on Remix 9. I'm going to go back into the song and let's see how much of that work we've just lost. And I've got to rebuild. Loads. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Okay, it's these that are changed. So I'll put those back in. Yeah. And I took the bass out of this drum fill. Let's see if that's still there. Okay, so save often. So I'm just going to save this. Save. It's going to ask me if I want to make it 10 now. But I'm just going to write over my number 9. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's saved. So we're going to go make a map sound. So I'm going to try and load a new sample. If this crashes all the time, it's going to be that new firmware thing, and this stream will be done. And maybe I'll throw the Deluge in the bin. But anyway, right, so there's no sound on this at the moment. So I'm just going to go to hit kit, and it takes me into my samples. So I've got my own samples here. I've got some nasty guitars that I have chopped up. Those who know, that's an Alice Cooper. It says it on the screen. You can read it. So I'm looking for a particular... I quite like that. Which one out of those? So these are samples that I've created out of my guitar on the Move. I think it's that one I want. So I might just crop the end of the sample. So we'll just select it anyway. Right, so we're in now. We have that. Now, this is part of the new firmware update, the way all this stuff shows on the screen that you can see over there. And it's just a lot easier to navigate. So I can go left and right with scale and cross screen. So if you see that at the top right hand corner, it says 3 of 5, 1 of 5. Those are the menus. If you're used to diving into these things, this should make sense. But this is another way you can go into editing your in and out points. Start and end. So rather than doing shift and waveform, which is what I used to do, I mean, I can still do it now. I can go to start. And if I press it again, it should take me into the sample. So there we go. So, and I don't think it needs cropping. The end seems clean. So that's fine. So let's just back out of that. This better not crash. Okay, back out of that. So now I've got that there. Let me just see where I get to. It's the wrong sound. So let's change that again. Let's try that one instead. This is happening too often. We crashed again, if you hadn't noticed. Fucking errors all over the show. Yeah, no idea what's going on. Oh, it resumed. All right, just click your way out the errors, Martin. Okay. Oh, and it's errored again. Okay, it's resumed. And I've got the right noise. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to try and place it in. No. Let's zoom in a little bit because I think I want a little bit more granular feel to it. Okay, but I only want that to play on the 4th time round, so I can hold this down again, iterants, and go to 4 of 4. Hold this down again, iterants, 4 of 4. So, see, it didn't play then, because that's the first time it's looped. So if we go back into the arrangement, so do you remember these have got full bright white lights on, which means it's just playing the first bar, or it's doing 2 bars. Let's just see. So it's doing 2 bars. So those notes we've just put in will never play. So what we actually need to do is switch these off and then loop it up till there. 2, 3, 4. Didn't do it. Let's just go and have a look. Why not? Because it's a 2-bar sequence, so it'll actually be on the 8th bar if it's 4 of 4. So let's just change this to iterants 2 of 2. So it's a right turn. 2 of 2. Come back out. So it should play now. Yeah, it's too loud, but I like it. So go back into the clip. So I'll have to do that again because I've just pressed them like an idiot. 2 of 2. 2 of 2. 2 of 2. Right, and we're going to take the master volume of this down. So I can just literally do it here. So I can hit level. Take off effects entire. So it'll turn down the level of all my guitars. Didn't hear it there because it's on 4 of 4. So I'll just come back into my arrangement. Just a tiny little bit quiet, so I'm just going to turn that back up. So I'm on that. I can just turn the level up here. So let's say 25. That should do it. Go back into song. It's in the wrong place, so I'm going back in to edit that again because I'm not happy about where it is. So I'm just going to make sure these play normally. Yeah, I want a ding, not a ding ding. So I'm just going to zoom into 16th notes, come over here. I wanted that. Yes, so now let's make this iterants 2 of 2. This one 2 of 2. And our level is set from before. Right, so that's good. So I have actually changed that loop now. Okay, so that cuts out too early, so I actually want it to go up to this point. So cool. So this I'm just wondering whether I have a boing somewhere. Maybe there. Ba-bang boing. So I had that. That's what I'm after. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I do like that. So we're going to do that point there. Yeah. Now we're going straight into a halftime bit there. It's probably a bit early, but I'm just arranging out the song. I'm just going to listen to it from the beginning. I know this is boring for everyone, but just having a feel for the arrangements. Wait till I get to try and mix this thing. I mean, this sounds good on my headphones. I bet when I stick it on the speakers, it sounds terrible. Yeah. Yeah. It's feeling like the drums need to progress in the second part of that loud bit. So the moment we've just got this loop here, drum loop 2, all the way through there. So I'm just going to try doing that just up to there, and then maybe have I got loop 3? That's intro. Maybe. I mean, I'm going to have to listen to the difference between these. So. That one's got less hi-hat in it than this one. So I'm going to do them the other way around. So this is loop 2, this is... Oh, they're both the same. Okay. Okay, let's try this on loop 1. Yeah, I mean, so this has got less hi-hats in it, but it doesn't really kick in, does it? No. We're going to have to, as usual, go more, not less. So we're going to have this as loop 2 and up to there as normal. Better. Just going to do a quick save. I'm trying to learn. Save song. No. Song save. No. Save song. No. Song. Save. Song. This is interesting. I don't seem to be able to save my song. Save song. Well, wow, that's terrible. Right, I think this might take off effects entire. Let's see if I can save song. No, let's go into clip. Gonna save song. Gonna save clip. Oh, this is a worry. This is a real worry. Save song. Look at that, nothing. Load song. No, I don't want to do that. So if I go back, and that's where that error goes. So this is going to be this community firmware. This is terrifying. What the hell? Right. Let's see what that's done. It's just restarted. I'm going to try and save this now, just to see if it does save. Save song. No, I mean... Right, so we're going to switch it off again. I'm going to switch it back on again. How boring. Right, will it let me save song now? Now it'll let me save it, but I've not changed anything. Alright, so there's something funky going on with the firmware. It's my fault, it's not Deluge's fault, but I'm not sure I can cope with the funky crashing all the time. And it's the community software that makes this ace, so I'm proper at a crossroads. Anyway, let's make some noise. Okay, so let's get back up to where we were. Okay, we were here. Where's that drum fill? Noticed you're not seeing my out. Oh, you are seeing the output. Oh, yeah, yes, you are. And I wanted a boing there, so I bet it's not saved. Oh, no, they've got that saved, so there that is. And I wanted to put another one in here. I'm going to bloody save song save. So I'll just go over that one. Right, that's saved now. Ooh. Okay. Okay. That's what I was going to do. I was going to add some more drums. So there's my drums. So this first 8-bar loop, that's loop 2, should really be called something else. So let's just make that a normal 2. So I'm just going to do my rename on this. Back out, because I haven't pressed effect or name. So this is now going to be loop. Let's just delete there. And that's going to be 2. And let's save that. Yeah, cool. Zoom back out a little bit. Oh no, that's just the loop. Come back into song. So we're just going to run that up to the end of that 8 bars. So we want a more complicated drums. So I am going to. I'm going to try doing it. Can you do 8 of 8? Let's put some more complicated stuff and see if we can make it on an iteration. But then it'll take me ages to listen to it. So we'll just actually do a new clip. So I didn't mean to do that. Let's try and find it. So where is this clip? Loop 2. There it is. So I'm gonna hold that down, hold the row before, and it will duplicate it. You won't see it because they're all the same bloody colour. But that should now be loop 3 on this, which there is. So let's solo that. And let's see if we can excite these drums a little bit. So what have I got? Maybe offbeat hi-hats? Maybe. And maybe this time we'll just have all of these playing. So we'll just have these really straight. Maybe not at the same time. So you have, I should also show you here. If I hold this down, watch it bloody crash now. I'm going to save it again because I'm paranoid. Save. Song. Save. We'll just save over remix 10 rather than creating yet another one. That's taken a long time to save. Yeah, okay, so that's done, overwritten. So it's this one, drum loop 3 that we're playing with. So I feel like we need a dum as well. Have I already done that? I'm just going to have that on 2 of 2. So we should have. And then dum, yeah. And then the 8. Yeah, so you might, anyone notice the crash symbol also comes in only once every 8 bars. So if I hold down the crash and just show you, that's here on 1 of 8. So this will play on the first loop. So okay, so let's try and drop that into our arrangement. So just hit song a few times, come to our arrangement. I think our drums are here. So hold that here, and it should be, was it loop 3? And we're going to play it for that many bars. So give yourself a bit of context. Definitely lifts it a bit, but the offbeat's too much. It's not right. So Yeah, it needs to be a bit, doesn't it? And I think it's these being straight all the time that's annoying me. So I might just try this. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, try it in context. Find myself singing along, which is funny. Yeah, that lifts a bit there. Okay, we've got a strum fill going into halftime now. Now, that's the same drum fill as back here. So I've got digga 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 digga, and I've got it. Now, opportunity. So I could go and create a new fill. You know, because this clip here is fill 1, so I could go back and create a new clip which is fill 2. You can do something else which I've found out on this Deluge. Again, I'm just going to save the song. Song save, remix. Let's go over the old one and press the button, move away and hope it doesn't crash. Okay, song. So I'm just going to solo this track. You can hear the snares going up at the end. So let's zoom in so we can go and look at that. Which I'm pretty certain I've done through a transpose automation. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, let's come out of transpose. Let's go back. Let's do that. So we're on master level there. Reverb amount, sidechain. I'm looking for the transpose. Did I go past it? No. I think I did. So I haven't transposed it there. I haven't done it there. So where have I done that? That is a good question. Let's have a look in the oscillator. Maybe I've done it in there. So if I come back out of this, go into the oscillator, try and find the oscillator as it stands. No, not done it there. Where have I done that? Okay, no matter. The point is I want it to go down or stay the same. So, but what I can do is, what I was actually saying was, so at the moment this clip is that fill. See that fill 1? Now if I hold this and I think if I turn it counterclockwise, you see it goes white. This clip has gone white. This is for, in the arrangement view, I think this is awesome. So rather than just pulling from clips that you've created, you can just create a unique clip for that moment. So there's nothing in there at the moment. So I'm going to go into this unique clip and find the sounds that I want. So we're going to do da da. Okay, I'm going to take the volume of these down a bit. So first hit would be loudest. Second hit would be a little bit quieter. So I'm going to take the master level of this down a little bit. Bit more. That feels better. And the second beat would be louder. So I'm just turning this down a little bit. Bit more. This would be louder than this one, so turning this down a bit. This one would be a little bit louder. Let's turn that up a bit. I'm going to do make this a bit louder. Yeah. Quite like that. Going back into my arrangement view now. So you can see now there's a white clip in there. So if I zoom out, it'll be more obvious. See, I've got that white clip. So that's individual to that moment. So that's its own little clip. I love that about the Deluge. So let's get rid of the solo. And in fact, I don't think I'm going to have a Cryogen. I think I'm just going to have that on its own. I like this. So that does need a Cryogen. So have I got a Cryogen on its own? I'm not sure I have. So I'm just going to save again because I'm paranoid. Yeah, God, this reminds me of being on an old computer. Okay. It's like waiting for Cubase to crash. So we're just trying to find out what options we've got on the vocal. I don't think I've got a Cryogen on its own. So, oops, we're going to just go up and down here until I find vocals. That's dirty bass. That's guitar. I think these are my vocals here. So that's a lost control. That's an RRR. That's a Cryogen. So let's duplicate that track. So I've got now, hopefully, Cryogen 2, which I have. So let's just go in and edit that. I need to go back out. This is something else that's a little bit annoying. I haven't got that track soloed, so I can't hear it. So... and I'm just going to find me halftime drums as well. So I think they're here. No, must be here. So we're into this Cryogen 2. So let's go and have a look. So I kind of just want to get rid of the RRR. So switch that off. And I'm going to take the volume of that a little bit. Okay, let's go back into the song, into the arrangement. Now I wanted a Cryogen, didn't I? Where do we want that in? It would be there. It would be there. So let's bring this shorter. And then I want that Cryogen 2 that I had. Cryogen 2. So now we should get... yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. That's another sample I've lost control, which I like. So I think that needs, I mean, it's not bad. I don't know why I was hating this after the weekend. So let's come over here. Just gonna solo that I've lost control, because I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So shift back in this. Let's go into the clip and have a look. Just wondering where those high-pitched squeals are coming from. There. So I reckon I've done some automation. So does it show me where that automation is? So let's just go in. Is it transpose? Have I done it in transpose? Okay, master level pitch, not automated. Master pitch, not automated. Resonance, morph, bass frequency. So it doesn't look like I have got anything automated there. So let's back out of this. I wonder if I've just... No. I quite like it, so I'm going to leave it. Something to come back to when I mix that. So let's come out of this solo. Let's come out of this. Do we mute the... No. Leave that in. So to balance it there, I think I need some drums back in. So the drums are on this track. So I'm going to use that intro that I created before. Upbeat intro. Let's try that. So... yeah, that'll work. So... okay, so it needs to drop out, let that vocal go on its own. Okay, and that lead guitar needs to drop out. Where is that lead guitar? I don't know. Where is it? There it is, hiding down the bottom there. So where does that come in? So... okay, so I'm thinking that I'm just going to drop this out up to here. Let's see. Okay, I just want it at the end just to go rather than go into the second note. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Just see where that is. I reckon it's there. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, that's good. And is this... that needs some more volume, that. Let's back out. I've done something wrong there. What have I done now? Now, luckily, there's an undo. Now, I'm really scared about this crashing. No. There it is. Let's go and have a look at that. So we've got... So there's something going... That's not sounding as harsh. So let me see if I can make that sound more harsh. Okay. Sounds good. Can stay here forever. Anyway, I'm not doing that now. Going back into song. Want it to shred. Now that's definitely changed that clip. That's because I muted that. I didn't mean to. That's better. So let's come back out to here. Now that doesn't need to be... Let's just... Sorry. So we have heard that riff. So it doesn't... I don't think it needs drums there. Yeah, it can just go... And maybe those drums come in here. But not the fill. They can be... that intro. So it was upbeat intro, which is there. Yeah. So. Okay. So gonna get some more context. Just zoom back out. Maybe not all the way from the beginning. No, I'm gonna play it all the way from the beginning. Strange hands. Strange hands. Only doing this just to try and keep it interesting if I ever use it. There we go. Yeah. I like that. No cryogen there, you're expecting it, but it doesn't come. Drums have changed there, I like that. Nice little break there. I've just noticed something that we missed from when we originally did it. We did this little meh on the guitar. It was earlier back here, so I'm just going to redo that quickly. Oh, that's where it kept on crashing on me, though. Anyway, let's listen. Let's listen. Sorry. Okay, my mimics are missing. It's alright. I'm just going to get this to a stage where I'm happy. I've got lost control coming in now. Yeah. Still happy with this. Need to change this to our other drums, which I think is after this fill. No. Where's the fill? There it needs to be, so we needed different drums in there. There's that fill. So this I'm going to change to drum loop 3. So we'll get that uplift again. But help if it played all the way down to there, Martin. Goes into a much more chill bit there. Okay, this is good. This is good. I might just put that meep in, and then I might call it a day there, because I actually quite like this arrangement. It does need an ending. Maybe we need to try and do an ending. Yeah, we'll try and do an ending. Let's see. So let's save this. Song, save. Don't you crash on me, you little bugger. Save, overwrite, yes. Alright, so it's saved up to there. Okay. Minute. I need a minute. There. See if it comes in. No, so we're going to go into this clip now. In fact, we'll duplicate it. So this clip is guitar riff 1. So we'll come out into the song, and I'm just going to try and find guitar riff 1. So it's down here somewhere. That's the vocals. Chugger. That's section 3, section 4. Where's my guitar riff? These are drums. Lost control is there. Guitar riff 1, there it is. So let's duplicate that. Duplicating it. So now we should have guitar riff 2, which we do. Let's go and edit that. So this is... Need to solo it, else we won't hear it. And let's have the upbeat drums so we know what's really happening. So let's go and find those. They're up here somewhere. And we'll switch the vocal off, which is it that one? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so let's go. I'm going to save again. No, I'm not, because we just saved. So I'm going to try and find this other sample, because obviously we didn't do that before, so we got... So we need to load this. This is where it's going to crash. I can feel it in my bones. So let's go in here. Other room. Guitar. Yeah, maybe that. Can't remember which one we did. Ah, that's a cool noise. I'm going to try that. I know this is going to crash. Ugh! Now, if I click through it, it'll come through and it'll be there, but then I bet I can't save it. No, it's just fucking... Ugh. Right, we're not going to do that. This is a firmware thing. So we can have this on the side screen, but we've just crashed again. Okay, we're going to have one more listen, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm not quite sure where to go from here, because I do love the Deluge. I just can't handle the crashes. Let's see if I can see what error 339 is on the Deluge. Maybe, yeah, okay, let's take a positive thing. Because if there's an error code, we can fix it, yeah? Error E339, and this is Deluge Synth. The common, there we go, let's just find it now. It generally indicates a firmware hardware lockup or an internal file system crash. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the firmware. So I could go and see if the guys have got a new firmware, or I could try and roll it back. It all seems like a lot of work where I'm not doing music to me. I sound really unappreciative. The stuff people have created for this is amazing. And it's my fault for installing the firmware. But it's what makes it usable. So proper dilemma here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end it there. See if my last file's still there. I mean, that's the good thing. At least I haven't lost everything. But this feels like errors I used to have when I was using Cubase or Windows 95 or Windows 98. I don't like this. Ah! Why are you crashing? Drives me mad. Let's just see if the song was there. Let's just play the song and see if I can enjoy it. Yeah. So if making music makes you this frustrated, this is the wrong thing to be making music on. I think that's my take home. But there is nothing else. Anyway, we'll listen to this, then I'll discuss it. Then we'll call it a day. Giving it a bit more volume because it's cheeky. See me just turning the knob a little bit there, making it louder. Louder's better. So that's the drums in there, and that Cryogen Vox there. And then nasty noises. What have we got here? That's that extra dirty bass. Upgraded drums there. Like that break into the breakdown. If I was doing something, I'd do it there. That's one to come back to. Just one I've lost control there. Probably enough. Top Gun guitar. Horrible, that, innit? So this is where I wanted to change it, but it keeps on crashing on me. Now I know this is more of a melodic section. I know it's Muse, so I really want to put some arpeggiators over this bit eventually. So like, you get the idea. Sound like an idiot there. Yeah. Okay, I think that's enough for now. I think what I'm going to do is, so a little discussion about, so I have been looking for a groove box. Should we do it with some music in the background? Let's do it like that. It might be ridiculous, and people are probably sick of this already. But let's do it like this. Let's set some music in the background, right? So I have been looking for a groove box to write full tunes on. I've been doing the Ableton Move, there it is, but it's like really a performance box, and I know you're meant to take it back into Ableton Live and do that there, but whenever I'm on a computer, I feel like I'm doing homework. So I did a load of digging, found the Deluge, and to be honest, I think I've watched every review of every bloody box there is, and I'm looking for something that's battery powered, that's got a sequencer on it, that's got synths on it, that's got really good sampler, good sample editing, got good effects, got some compression, and it's got songwriting tools so I can actually finish a song start to finish on the box without having to perform it each time, or at least perform it and then go and edit it. And I cannot find anything that does that. Anything at all. This is the closest it's come, and the reason it's got where it's got to is the people who have done the firmware updates, the community firmware updates that makes this awesome, but it crashes every 5 minutes, and it's probably because I'm on the wrong firmware. Let's just see what firmware I'm on at the moment. So I'm on firmware version 1.3 nightly, and I'm not sure what those last few numbers mean. I think what I'm going to do is maybe roll it back to 1.2, the firmware, but I bet my song won't work. Yeah, double-edged sword. I love this thing. It's driving me mad. I want to finish the song, and I'm fighting with technology, which is never a good place to be. Gonna reserve judgment. Might be back on the move next week. We shall see. Anyway, thanks for having a listen. I'm just gonna let this play out. Yeah, and leaving it there. See you now.